Welcome to Grill's Friday Challenge Week 23 with Grill Test Papers. This weekly series is designed to help you master all key topics in the SEAG specification. This week we will look at the topic of 3D shapes. This is the first question of the week. The question asks, this 3D shape has 6 square faces and 8 vertices. How many edges does it have? Pause the video now and try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The learning point for this question is that 3D shapes have 3 main features: faces, edges, and vertices. Faces are the flat surfaces of the shape, edges are the lines where two faces meet, and vertices are the corners where edges come together. So first we want to look at the shape in the question. It has 6 square faces and 8 vertices. So let's count each edge on the cube shown on the screen. Edges are the lines where two faces meet, and you can clearly see them in the question. If you count carefully, you'll find there are 12 edges in total. So therefore, the answer for this question is 12 edges. This is the second question of the week. The question asks, what 3D shape does this net make when it's folded together? Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The learning point for this question is that nets are flat patterns that fold into 3D shapes. By looking at the faces in the net, we can figure out which shape it makes. So first, let's look closely at the parts of this net. We can see that there are 2 circles, which will become the top and bottom faces of the shape. And it also has 1 rectangle, which will wrap around to make the curved surface. So which 3D shape has circular faces on the top and bottom, and also has 1 curved surface around the side? It's a cylinder. This is the answer for this question. This is the next question of the week. The question asks, what is the name of this shape? Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. The learning point for this question is that 3D shapes have specific properties like faces, edges, and vertices that help us identify and name them. So first, let's look at the properties of the shape. It has 1 flat face, 1 curved surface, 1 edge, and also 1 vertex. And now we have to ask ourselves, which 3D shape has these exact features? It's a cone. A cone has 1 circular flat face in the bottom, 1 curved surface that wraps around, 1 edge where the curved surface meets the flat face, and 1 vertex at the tip. So therefore, the answer for this question is a cone. This is the fourth question of the week. The question asks, which shape has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices, but some of the faces are rectangles, not squares? Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. So first, let's look at the shape's properties. So it has 6 faces, 12 edges, 8 vertices, but there's something else. It also says that some of the faces are rectangles, not squares. So now we have to think to ourselves, which shape has these exact features? It's a cuboid. A cuboid is just like a cube in terms of the number of faces, edges, and vertices, but unlike a cube, its faces don't all have to be squares. Some can be rectangles, and that's what makes it a cuboid. So therefore, the answer to this question is a cuboid. This is the last question of the week. Although SEAG past papers aren't officially released, this question is said to be from a past paper, which makes it amazing practice as it's real exam material. The question asks, this 3D shape has 4 faces and all the faces are triangles. What is the name of the shape? Pause the video now to try the question yourself. Alright, let's get into it. So first, let's look at the shape in the question. It has 4 faces. All the faces are triangles, and when we look closely at the shape, we can see the edges and vertices too. We can see that there are 6 edges, which are the lines where two faces meet, and there are 4 vertices, which are the corners where the edges come together. So which 3D shape has these exact features? The answer is a tetrahedron, which is also known as a triangle-based pyramid. This shape is made entirely of triangles and comes to a point at the top, just like a square-based pyramid, but with a triangle at the base instead of a square. This is the answer for this question. Congratulations, you have now completed this week of Gorilla's Friday Challenge by Gorilla Test Papers. If you're looking for more SEAG materials, head over to our site at www.gorillatestpapers.co.uk for all the resources you need. Don't forget to like this video and let us know how you did in the comments. We'd love to hear your score and any thoughts you have about the series. See you next week for another session of Gorilla's Friday Challenge.